Oladipo, the backcourt duo. Sabonis and Turner up front. And it's Warren in at the small forward. And for the Wizards, we've got Wall. Jordan is out there with Davis Bertans. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Wagner in at the center, locking down the middle. Well, Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason. And the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. The Wizards shooting their first free throw tonight.
Yeah, and fairly decent a season ago, about 77% from the line.
Brogdon against Wall. Pass to Oladipo. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for two.
How can you defend Oladipo any better than that? I mean, just exceptional at getting shots up and over the outstretched arms of the defense.
Here's Jordan, and the dunk by Jordan.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Oladipo dishes to Warren. Shoots from the line. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Boy, I love how unselfish Oladipo is. Great at getting his teammates involved in on-time, on-target passes.
Jordan, that's good. And so Wall with the assist. Jordan's got 7 points.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
And it's Brogdon off the drive. That shot off. Now the Wizards take it the other way. This game against Indiana, the first game of the NBA's regular.
What a jam! Are you kidding me?
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
Here's Jordan. Another one falls for Washington.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, I spoke briefly with Nate McMillan. His key tonight, keeping a lid on Bradley Beal. An efficient scorer on all 3 levels. It's hard to take him out of his comfort zone. We've seen, Kevin, that Beal has become even better as a ball handler and distributor.
Thanks, David. Nice ball movement by Washington. Here's Jordan, and the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way. And you can't say Indiana didn't work the ball last year. Top 5 in field goal percentage.
Yeah, you know what? It was a combination of things, and I'm a little biased having my roots with the Pacers, but they consistently made the extra pass, the next pass. And they had veteran finishers as well. They were as fun a team to watch in the league for me.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Washington.
A lot of success from mid-range so far for them, guys. If nothing else worked, they can always fall back on the jump shot.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
The Pacers making a change here. McDermott's checked in.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game. Do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds?
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game in my opinion. Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Jordan finds Beal, and it goes down 2 points.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
Now, here's Brogdon, and the pass to Oladipo. 1:44 left here in the first quarter. McDermott can't get it to go.
having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Oladipo outside. In the corner, it's McDermott. Just 4 to shoot. Good on the three-point shot.
Boy, what a shooter McDermott is. Taking advantage of that three-point line.
And the dunk by Jordan.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Wizards leading by 10. 44 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. There he goes again. That's his 9th straight basket. He's a perfect 9 for 9. They double him with Jordan. Brogdon the pass to McDermott. Oladipo outside. Back to McDermott. Fires from the wing. And Wagner pulls it down.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
The drive by Jordan.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Oladipo, the pass to Brogdon. This one for 3. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Washington with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Washington, they've got Bryant on out there with Shabazz Napier. Then it's Jordan and it's Hachimura in at the 4-man position. Sabonis, no good. Washington leading now by 16. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
McDermott lays it up off the glass. McDermott's got 5 now.
Tell you what, give McDermott props for keeping his focus. Nice job of concentrating there close to the basket.
Here's Jordan, and Washington again with the bucket.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot, Greg. It's definitely given the defender something extra to think about.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And, guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. ABC really making a difference here.
And he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
The Pacers making a switch here. Warren's checked in. McConnell's scanning the floor. Pass to Sabonis. Fades and shoots. Indiana again missing.
You know what? Just a little fancy on that possession there. Just go up in rhythm. And you look at per minute production, and you can make a strong case that Domantas Sabonis at times has been underutilized. With consistent minutes, he can give you an efficient 20-10 every night.
Now, here's McConnell. Napier covering, and McConnell gets it to go.
And he should thank the team for those 2 points. Nobody paid much attention to him on that play.
Fades back. And there's Brown. That's good on the assist by Jordan. And Sabonis having to spend some time at the power forward spot in today's game, Greg. He's pretty big for that position.
Yeah, I mean, 6'11", 240. He's gotten leaner, done some yoga, worked on strengthening those hips, looking to stay mobile. And that ought to serve him whichever position he plays.
Outside Warren. To the paint. Here's Leaf. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
And that's a welcome sign for sure. Hachimura demonstrating a willingness to want to improve as a defender.
Here's Jordan, and Washington again with the bucket.
He's a big reason why they have the lead right now. He's made all of his field goal attempts thus far and remains hot from the floor.
Here's Warren. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Here's Jordan. Another one falls for Washington.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Jordan against Warren. Tries from 16. The shot will not fall. And the Wizards now going the other way. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip.
Yet another bucket in close. That's how he's earning his points today.
Outside, Lamb. Passes it to Sabonis. He kicks to Warren. From deep three-point range, they get it back. Out to Lamb. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. To the inside, Leaf. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low. Teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
And nice job taking what the defenders gave him. But these guys need a gut check right now.
Well, that's exactly the kind of defense that's gotten them into the hole.
And so it's Washington riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Looking at the Wizards, Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, their field goal percentage is a number that jumps off the page. May I say it, Shaq-like? Seriously, they're incredibly efficient shooting the basketball, and I don't think they settle for any bad shots. And you're never going to go wrong with that strategy.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
Well, they got to do a better job on the glass. Ernie, they got outworked. They were weak physically. That's part of how they fell behind.
That about wraps.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Well, you look at ABC in this game, he's been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
And on the floor for Nate McMillan starting the second half. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. Sabonis and Turner up front. And it's Brogdon in at the 1.
Boy, I love the aggressive nature with which Sabonis offensive rebounds. He hustles, he's got great energy, but he's also pretty skilled. And you saw all of that right there.
Jordan with the bucket. Clark, who are a few under-the-radar guys who really get it done scoring the ball at that forward position?
Well, I tell you what, a couple of names that come to mind. Bojan Bogdanovic, outstanding scorer. Gallinari, and then John Collins, and the young fellow down in Atlanta. Those 3 guys are all a little bit undervalued as scorers.
Washington leading now by 23. Bertans passes to Jordan. Drops in the layup for 2. Jordan's got 45 points.
Boy, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Brogdon finds Warren. Oladipo against Beal. Oladipo, the pass to Warren. Washington with the rebound. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Goes up and then slammed in by Jordan.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up.
Yes, he does. That's what we call helium. Yeast rising and helium floating.
Warren, good.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
Here's Jordan. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Brogdon outside. Pass to Oladipo. Sabonis trying to get open. Oladipo, good.
And when you give Oladipo a running start, he's going to torch you, plain and simple.
And they double up Jordan. Outside, Wall. Charity stripe shot. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Jordan finds Beal. Shot on the way, and another one falls. Amazing. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Brogdon the pass to Sabonis. Now the dish to Oladipo. Wants to get it to Turner, and does. Over Wall, and Turner with the basket on the assist by Oladipo. Oladipo's got his 3rd assist on the night. Now the tremendous work ethic of Victor Oladipo helping him return from that knee injury.
And you know, it hasn't been easy. Anytime you come back from that kind of injury, a lot of work goes into that. Not only physically is it a challenge, it's a challenge mentally too. But his positive outlook, his attitude and work ethic, serving him well in getting back. Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
They're taking it right into the teeth of the defense, and it's a defense that's starting to look frustrated.
Well, they should be. I mean, it has not been a good performance for him at that end of the floor.
Washington making some changes. Mahimi comes in for Mo Wagner, and it's Hachimura in for Davis Bertans. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for Sabonis. Justin Holiday comes in for Warren. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for Oladipo. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Malcolm Brogdon. Tipped away. Jordan with it. Picked up by Turner. Again, what an avalanche. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Now, here's McConnell. Guarded closely. Kicks it to Holiday. Right side, Turner. 5 on the clock. To the right side. Here's McConnell. Whoa, with a block. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. For Washington, they've gone 9 of 10 on their attempts in the third quarter. That is 90% from the field. What a roll they're on.
Yeah, you know, John Wall is so masterful as a floor general. He's a real maestro out there. Terrific at finding the open guy on time and on target.
And here is Lamb. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Washington with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. It seems like nothing they do can go wrong as they string to...
Guys, you get rewarded by playing hard.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Brown out there with Smith. Then it's Jordan. And there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Hachimura in at the 4. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Clark, a big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve their rebounding?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
Now, here's McConnell, covered by Smith. Now, McConnell. That shot misses. Excellent defense there from Smith.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Greg, they keep pulling up and watching them go down. It's a really nice thing to see.
Puts one up from 19. Outside for Jordan. From downtown, yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 69 points for Jordan. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for Indiana. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
On the wing, Holiday. No good from the wing.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful, because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Now here's McDermott, guarded by Mahinmi, and Jordan sends it back. And so the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Ryan is checked in for Jordan. Aaron Holiday is checked in for the Pacers. And so they foul intentionally. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come and got it. Another basket.
He is simply unconscious here tonight. Nobody can stop him right now.
GA, the points keep coming, and he's climbing up that scoring ladder. Third on the list, well in sight.
And his scoring tonight has dropped him into the conversation with some of the all-time greats. I'm talking about names like Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant. Simply amazing what we've seen here.
Here's Jordan, another bucket. Wow!
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. Holiday with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Holiday, the pass to Bitadze, and he gets the bucket. Bitadze's got his first points in this one.
And boy, what a much-needed bucket there. Ends a 16-0 run by the Wizards.
Outside for Jordan. Second shot opportunity. It's rebounded by Indiana. On the wing, Holiday, covered by Smith.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Well, the effort level they've had has been outstanding. Hard to keep a team down when they play with that much energy.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Washington.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as they're, and yep, another basket.
And that score moving him clear into third all-time for scoring in a game.
Well, G.A., you just knew it was a matter of time the way he's been playing. I'm sure he's not finished either.
Well, he has already cleared Wilt Chamberlain's 78 points. Next up is Kobe's 81. And if he passes that mark, the basketball world is going to be talking about this guy for years.
That free throw good from Holiday. Washington making some changes. Mahimi's checked in for Bryant. Brown comes in for Jordan. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Ish Smith. Washington calls timeout. They're up by 44. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, ABC.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Now the Wizards with it. They're on a 20-6 run. Puts it up from 17. That shot is off. So Indiana will take it the other way. Holiday looking over the floor. 30 seconds left to play here in the fourth. They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me...
Hits it again. Wow.
The good times keep rolling. Now tied for second all-time in scoring for a game.
Well, you know, the way he's been able to maintain his focus on offense all game, GA, the defense throws everything at him, but he still is scoring.
When Kobe did what he did back in 06, I never thought we'd see something like that again. But tonight has been an absolute legendary performance. I'm still in shock that we've seen 81 twice now.
Washington calls timeout. They lead by 46. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
And they've got this one just about.
Another one goes. Incredible.
And that score moves him up in the record books yet again.
He now stands, Greg, alone for second place for points. What an unbelievable night.
And with 81 in the rearview mirror, he only has the great Wilt Chamberlain and his 100 mark left, a record nobody thought would be touched. But this is the closest anybody has ever come.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks with John Wall.
David, thank you as always. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.